left the Andile thing alone. She absolutely had no choice. He had made it clear what he thought about the situation. He had moved on. As far as he was concerned, she was just another body that he had paid for. Full stop. Case closed. Now, of course, when she linked up with Yaya again, she told him about what happened with Andile. But what she wasn't going to do is let her know everything else that followed. How Andile spoke to her. What he had to say. Yes, they're girls. Yes, they're BFFs. Yes, they tell each other most things. But this was just something she just didn't want to repeat. I mean, it's embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing. It is not how she thought things would go. She didn't even want the words to come out of her mouth. She didn't say anything. Now, their other girlfriend, Priye, met them at the beauty bar. This was their hangout spot, by the way. They are there. While Vuvu is doing business, she's also socializing with her friends. So Priya meets Vuvu and Yaya at the beauty bar. They're having mimosas and they're talking. And in that conversation, Priya let them know, guys, I'm going back to Lagos. I need to go and see my fam. And also it's fashion week and there's this amazing women's brunch happening, a great opportunity to network and meet more people. Are you guys interested? You didn't have to ask them twice. They were like, yes, we are coming. And within no time, they were in the air on the way to Lagos. Touchdown. Now, this was not Vuvu's first time in Lagos, but it was Yaya's, and they were determined to show her a good time. So that night, they were like, babe, it is nightlife tonight. We are showing you what the city is about. And so they took her out. They took her out to a bar. They went to the club. I mean, it got messy. The following morning was rough. None of them got out of that bed. None of them. They were all in their different rooms in that hotel in Victoria Island, like whatever this is, I'm going to stay with it in bed until I feel like a human again. And so they stayed in bed and only came out later that evening for dinner. Now the Saturday was the women's brunch and they had to be there, especially Vuvu, being a business owner herself. This was a great opportunity to meet more people and see what's going on. And so they rocked up to the brunch. And of course, Vuvu being who she is and this woman about beauty and having this incredible brand, when they're looking here, Vuvu never disappoints. And what I love about her is that she puts her friends on. You're not going to go with Vuvu and not look good. She will help you. She will make sure you look good. So they all went there looking amazing. Priya introduced them to her friends, to potential business contacts. She wanted them to all come together and see what could be done. She also happened to introduce her to another woman by the name of Ada, who's also her friend, Priya. Ada has her own beauty bar in Lagos as well. Well, kind of. She has a wig store. Now, her wigs are on another level. She is the ultimate hookup. She is selling wigs to businesswomen, influencers, politicians' wives, politicians' girlfriends. If you've got the coin, she will hook you up. Now, at some point during the event, Vuvu was in the bathroom stall and she heard these ladies having a mirror conversation. We all know what those are, those mirror conversations. This woman complimented her on the wig and asked, let me guess, you got your wig at Ada's? And this woman laughed and said, no, actually, I'm Ada's supplier. For Vuvu, this was an opportunity and she was going to take it. At some point during the event, she went over to this woman, the supplier. She introduced herself and asked for her number. After brunch was Fashion Week after party, and Priye had all access tickets. Baby girl was clear, I am going to show these women what's up. This is my city, and they are not leaving until they fully experience it. And so they go to one of the hottest after parties, and they run into Tony, one of Priya's childhood friends. And he lets them know, ladies, stick close beside me tonight. I'm going to show you things. And he does. At some point, they're leaving Lagos in a private plane to Abuja, compliments of Tony. He's taking them to one of his millionaire friends' mansion parties. And it's popping. Now, I'd love to sit here and tell you it was all clean fun, but you know better than that. And Vuvu was involved in the debauchery. Now, at no point after this mansion party was there what happens in Lagos stays in Lagos conversations. They're all too grown for that. They all did something, and they all have something to lose. Now, when they got home, Vuvu was back in work mode. She had seen what she needed to see in Lagos, and she had come back with the mentality, I need to improve my shop. I need to take it to another level. I want to be doing what Ada is doing. She is doing them things, and I want to be there. And so she gives Nengi, Ada's supplier, a call. Nengi lets her know, babes, drop me your number, and I'll make sure I text you all the stuff I have. I'll text you the full catalog. Let me know what you want. If it's available, we'll take it from there. And they agree. At Lunga's place, he's on the phone with Andile, and Vuvu's listening to some of the conversation and rolling her eyes. And Lunga, shame, thinks it has to do with the fact that they're talking about this boys' trip, and Vuvu doesn't want him to go. Little does he know. So he walks out the room and continues the conversation. As he comes back in, he hears Vuvu on the phone talking about being willing to pay double. And he's listening and waits for her to get off the phone. Baby, what are you paying double for? Is it to expedite the order, or why are you having to pay double? That's when she lets him know that while they were in Lagos, she got to meet one of Ada's, or actually Ada's supplier, and she spoke to her, and after sending her the catalog, there were pieces she wanted that she said were out of stock, and she knew what that meant. She knew those pieces were being set aside for Ada. So she offered Nengi double to give her those pieces. You did what? Babe, no. I'm all for good business, but this is not it. Babe, no. You were the one who came back and you told me about how Priya hooked you up and how this was a good contact to have and how she showed you things in Lagos. Don't burn those bridges. Please, baby, don't do it. Don't do it. It's not going to work in your favor. Don't do it. She listened to him, but in the back of her mind, she was... Because Vuvu is going to do what Vuvu wants. She is going to do what she wants, and nobody is going to tell her nothing. She got the wigs and hosted a sip and shop. And she, no hate, made sure that event was it. She had her glam team working that night, a station for people to get makeup done, a station for people to get nails. All of it was free. It looked elegant. There was drinks, there were hors d'oeuvres. Vuvu knows how to host something good. The woman came and they were all over their social media pages. They were more than happy to be. I mean, this event was the event. It looked stunning. She encouraged them to take as much content as they could. Hashtag Vuvu's Beauty Bar, and they obliged. They were happy to do so. Now, at some point during the evening, Priya, just like everybody else, having taken content and posted it, received a call. The woman on the other side is telling Priya, babe, I really don't want to bring you in because I know you well enough to know you are not involved. But there's been talk that your friend Vuvu poached Ada's supplier. And initially I thought it was nothing but rumors because you know how people here talk. But judging by the pictures I'm seeing on your social media, it's true. I'm sorry, but those are the type of wigs Ada keeps. Like, forgive me if I'm wrong, but it's just not a coincidence. I think your friend did what people are saying she did. Priya was shocked. I mean, this is the first she's hearing of it. She would have never thought Vuvu would do something like this to her. So as soon as she got off the call, she politely called Vuvu aside and outright asked her, is it true? Vuvu looked at her like, what do you want me to say? Oh my gosh, Vuvu. So it is true. How can you do this? How can you do this to me? Do you know what situation you've put me in? These are people, I took you to Lagos and I introduced you to my friends and potential business contacts, and this is what you do. Do you know what this is going to do to my reputation? Why would you do something like that? I get it, business is business, but I'm your friend. Like, why would you do that? And now I'm getting phone calls as if, like, somehow they're telling me I'm not involved, but I'm most certainly involved because I'm the one getting the phone calls. Like, why? Vuvu is a very ambitious person. I'm not going to paint her out to be some villain who would deliberately do something to hurt her friends. No, business is business. And for her, that's all this was, business. But Priya was not having it. Vuvu, I have always had your back, even when you were up to things you shouldn't have been up to. I have never repeated anything I was not supposed to. I have kept your stuff, including secrets from your man. I have never opened my mouth. I have always made sure you were protected. And this is how you repay me. This is how you repay me. Okay. She walks off, she gets in her car and leaves. Lunga is standing there, right behind Vuvu. And he asks her, what secrets did she keep for you?